Squonk, squonk, squonk. Why do they call it a squonker? Where the hell did that word come from? Alrighty then, YouTube, we are back for another review. Hopefully, this won't be too long of one. Picked up a little something. This is the Origen Little clone. The atomizer, not the mod. That's my trusty little iStick Power Nano. Pretty much looks to business on here. We're going to take a look at it. I'm not going to dive down today. Not a whole lot to show you that I can't just show you right here. And there's not a whole lot in the box for me to show you anyway. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and just take a look at everything up here real quick, give you my thoughts, show you a quick build that I put in this thing, just as a little teaser there. I am not using this as a squonk because I don't have a proper squonk mod. So, obviously, this is a squonk compatible mod, but it comes with a squonk pin and a standard 510 pin. Other than that, what is it? It's a tiny, airflow adjustable RDA. So yeah, stand by, we're going to do the intro, cut right back, and I'll go ahead and start talking about it. We'll wrap it up real quick, and yeah, we'll go ahead and take it from there. So, check it out. Alright, we are back. Thanks for sticking it out. And, okay, before we get started too far, again, clock. Recording kind of late-ish at night. It's after 7 o'clock, pushing 7:30 right now. Same thing with the lighting situation, so if I'm a little washed out, sorry. Also, my cat, of course, decides to eat right now. Not that cat, not this one. The one that's down there off camera. He's decided to eat his dinner right now, so if you hear some crunching, yeah, what are you going to do? Also, you may hear my daughter in the background. She's watching her little tablet. She's still doing the potty training. Yay. More successes than failures, so that's a good thing. So any background noise, any type of background stuff or interruptions that I have, that's what's going on. Not here for all of that. What we are here for is this guy. So let's go ahead and get it off of this mod and take a look at it. We have the Origen Little clone. This is not the drip tip it comes with. It comes with some little god-awful white drip tip that I don't have. Totally 510 compatible, though. Yeah, we'll take a look at that in just a minute. Start from the top. The top does screw off, and you get a cap that holds your 510 drip tip. Nothing much there. It is airflow adjustable to a removable ring. And you see on the atomizer you got all these rings. Forgive the goo that's on there, it's been freshly juiced. I am using it as an RDA. And you've got this outer ring that gives you the ability to adjust it to single or dual airflow modes. Pretty cool. This does support a dual coil build as well. Almost lost it. Good catch there. Yeah, so let me go ahead and pull the whole atomizer apart and show you that. Show you the deck and how I've got it built. And oh yeah, we are going to have some specs on the screen. It's going to be over here somewhere. So there's the deck. At first glance, it looks a bit like just a standard two-post deck. But the holes are kind of unique. They kind of go through at a crisscross, so if you're doing a dual coil build, the wires will actually kind of line up over each other inside of the post holes. So that's kind of cool because you can actually tighten these down kind of individually and they don't interfere with each other. That being said, it's a 16 millimeter wide atomizer. The build deck is substantially smaller than that. And to get a dual coil in here, that's going to be really tight. As it is, this is a 26 gauge wire, and she's tiny. She is really, really tiny. Got it packed up with cotton because I am using it as an RDA, not a squonker. Yeah, and everything just pops off and fits on there really nice. To adjust the airflow, just loosen the top a little bit. And let me go ahead and just get airflow wide open on both sides. Line it up in front of the coil. We're going to be hitting this at, what do I have this mod at? 16 watts? Let's go up a little bit. 17 watts, 3 volts, 0.53 ohms. Airflow wide open. It's still pretty restrictive. This is not a cloud chasing atomizer. I mean, forgive me, I gotta get some juice off my hands here. Yeah, it's not a cloud chopper, not by any stretch of the imagination. What it is a, oh, and I forgot to show you the bottom of it, because I actually do have the squonk pin in here, and we'll get to the reason why. I've just got it stuffed full of cotton, you know, really, really packed with cotton. What you get is a really, really tiny RDA that produces great flavor and pretty decent vapor. If you adjust this down to a single airflow hole and to the smallest settings, it's crazy, crazy tight mouth-to-lung draw. But like this, I'm just getting a bang-up vape. I mean, I really, really like it. Hold on for a second for me. Alrighty then, I'm back. Yeah, a little bit of parenting there. Anyway, yeah, so I've got it running as an RDA because I don't, as I said, have a proper squonk mod. But at 17 watts, 3 volts, it does alright. A little bit of a preview here. This is going to replace my Focus E-Sig Hobbit, or almost replace it, as my flavor testing Addy, because the flavor coming out of this is phenomenal, particularly if I move it down to a single airflow hole. We'll go ahead and do the largest hole. And you'll see the back side there is blocked off. Front side is wide open. Forgive the noise in the background. My daughter has decided to play right now. Even with that biggest airflow hole, I can still get a mouth-to-lung off of it right now. Let's just go ahead and try it out. And go down in size to the tiniest airflow hole that they have. Lock it in place. Line it back up. Very important, line up that airflow hole every time you change the size. And that's what we got right now. A little teeny tiny guy. This thing is a great, great, great mouth-to-lung vape. So, big thing is, how does this compare to the original? It's substantially cheaper. I picked up this atomizer for $8 off of FastTech. The original is somewhere in the $100 and $110 range. Hold on for a second. All right, more interruptions. Yay. Yeah, loud toy that she was playing with. Anyway. Teeny tiny airflow hole there. Great, great, great flavor reproduction. Hangs on the juice for a while. So compared to the original, substantially cheaper. Like I said, $100+ versus $8. What things do you give up? Well, first of all, let's show you. There's the packaging. Nothing special, FastTech packaging, other than the atomizer that you saw there. Literally the only thing it comes with is that. Has a bag with a couple extra O-rings for presumably your drip tips. The drip tip it comes with, rather, which I don't have in here. Sorry. It's just a little white, plain Jane, doesn't do anything for me drip tip. Excuse that noise. That was my cat deciding to sneeze. The big O-ring. Nope, sorry. Replaces that one. Allen wrench. A couple extra grub screws. Which is good, because, yeah, it's going to be pretty hard to find. And the non-squonking standard 510 pin. Why do I not have that in there right now? It doesn't tighten down quite as much as the stainless steel squonk pin that's in here. It just doesn't. And I think the stainless steel squonk pin is a better quality pin. And the authentic, is it going to be different? Sure. Yeah, you're paying $100+ for that thing. You're going to expect the quality out of that you're going to get. $8. I can't complain with this. So what I've had to end up doing is just shoving a wad of really, really, really tightly packed cotton, more than you would think, about as much as you could cram through a standard 2.5mm coil, down into that little tiny hole until it's just, packed solid. And the juice isn't going to get through it. So, yeah, that's my little caveat to that. What do I think of this thing? Awesome mouth along. I wish I had a proper squonk mod to test this out with, but I imagine it would work perfectly fine. You would just push the little squonk tube, or the squonk bottle, and shoot juice up through the tube, and it would saturate your wick. If I get a squonk mod, I'll do a follow-up to this at some point. Easy enough to adjust, a little bit of a pain, but I do like that it locks the ring down so it doesn't adjust on its own. Just give it a little half turn, and then you can adjust this wherever you want. And right now, I'm going to do the single hole. And like I said, every time you adjust it, though, you got to make sure you pull the top off and pop it back down in front of the coil. I mean, I can almost do a mouth along with the single wide open hole. Build quality. The machining on this thing's pretty good, I gotta say. Other than that little gold pin, I wish they had just stuck with the stainless steel pin, made one that was solid, and I think this thing would be 100% solid. My only other gripe is that O-ring. It's not the most firm O-ring in the world, but neither is it the loosest. I mean, the top cap isn't going anywhere, but it's taking a little bit of pressure. There we go. It comes off a little bit easier than I would like, and I guess that's easy enough to fix if you put another O-ring on there or put a little bit of dental floss underneath that O-ring. It's not a big enough issue for me that I'm worried about it. Standard 510 drip tip compatible. This is just something else I picked up off of FastTech a long time ago. And yeah, even this little chintzy $2 drip tip fits in there. Nice and snug. I've got no complaints. It's a great little RDA, and if you're looking for a flavor chasing RDA, you could do far, far worse than this. Your mileage may vary with that 510 pin. Go ahead and try to swap it out. And if it works great and you just want a flavor chasing or flavor testing RDA that you're going to use on something like this or some other little tiny mod, some little beater mod, you could do far worse. And if that 510 pin, the non-squonky one, works, great, use it. If it doesn't work, yeah, do what I did. Shove a little bit of cotton in there. Works perfectly fine. And you can, a little dry. You can drip to your heart's content. And you are set, like Joan Jett. Much better, not dry anymore. That would be one of the benefits of squonking. I could just do that, and it would work perfectly fine. Anyway, not a whole lot else to say about this. I'm going to post a link below to FastTech where I picked this up. I'm going to post another link below to FastTech where they have an alternate to one of these. It's like 30 cents cheaper. I didn't see any discernible difference. I'll go ahead and tell you which one I bought and what the other one is. If you want to try the other one, hey, maybe it's got better O-rings, maybe it's got a better 510 pin. Whatever the case is, it's cheap. They're under $8. And the flavor is just stellar, which is to be expected. I think 16 millimeters in diameter, so the build deck has got to be something like 13 or 14 millimeters. And as you can see on the inside of this thing, it's got that nice little dome shape, reduced chamber. Yeah, awesome little vape. It'll go up higher, certainly, with this build than the 17 watts that I had. Let's do 19. This is probably going to get a little toasted because it's so small. And the flavor does go up. But the heat's a little bit more, maybe, than I would like to deal with for this particular type of setup. Let's do 20, 3¼ volts. Yeah, that'd be about the limit of where I would use that particular build in there. Speaking of builds, the post holes on the deck are kind of on the tiny side. You're not going to be able to get anything crazy in there. I mean, even a standard Clapton's going to be a bit of a challenge to get in there. I mean, this is 26 gauge wire, and it seemed like that worked perfectly fine. 24 would probably work okay in here. You might be able to get 22 in it. I personally wouldn't do that because it would just get hot as hell. Nothing else to say about this. Again, I'm kind of doing all that. So we'll go ahead and cut this short. Again, check out the links below to these product pages on FastTech. A bunch of other folks like Heaven Gifts, GearBest, whatnot, they're carrying this as well. So if they're your preferred vendor, by all means, go check it out. Check out my links below for advocacy. We got to fight our own good fight. I'm not going to get on a soapbox today about that. If you've got any questions, check out the link for who is my representative, and they can answer a whole bunch of stuff for you. Anyway, with that, I'll go ahead and cut it short and say, yeah, for $8, you can't go wrong with this thing. It's a great little dripper that just chucks a bunch of flavor, a little bit of cloudage. So anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by. If you found this video informative, entertaining, whatever, like, share, subscribe. All the buttons are going to be down below this video. Pass the word on. Maybe your friends will like some new vaping guy. As it is, I'm sitting right at about 350 subscribers right now. I mean, I've been running this channel for going on 2 years. So I didn't expect to have 350 subs at this point. So for all of you guys out there, thanks. Down the pipeline, I am going to have a what's going on video, just updates and stuff, and yada, 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 yada. Maybe a couple extra things that I'm going to be reviewing coming down the pipeline. And I may have some juice coming in from a vendor that contacted me. As I get more information on that, I'll pass the information along to you. And yeah, I'll hopefully be doing a juice review for him here before too long. Anyway, nothing else for this video, so I'll have some more coming up a little bit later. I think my next one's probably going to be the what's going on. So until then, thanks for swinging by. Vape on, vape strong, vape whatever you got to stay off the stinkies. I'll see you next time. Little clouds.